guys, we were talking about welt cord, and I have some other videos that I send out as well, but I like to show multiple ways sometimes to do things, and that's what we're going to try to do for you today. And here we go. I normally order about 1 yard for welt cord. Now this right here, this is just a piece of steel that it was purchased from Steelworks, and it is a piece of I said steel. It's a piece of aluminum, flat aluminum. It's 1/8 of an inch thick and 1.5 inches wide and 8 feet long. Okay, this is the perfect size for single welt. Okay, so I just throw this on the table, put it on the diagonal, and I get to go across just like that. And for the chair, I did measure it. You take measurements ahead of time. That way you know how many pieces you're going to need to cut when you roll out and get on the table. And for that chair, for the back I needed a piece that was 60 inches wide. So this is going to be 67, which is going to give me enough room to maneuver the welt cord and get it connected, so that's great. And then I'm going to need 2 pieces that are 60 inches long, and then another piece that was 25 inches long. Plus, I'm going to need some extra to connect those pieces. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 4 pieces, and I'm most likely going to end up with, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 inches of extra. So it's really as simple as that when you're using this. Now, if you need to cut double welt, the size or the width of it definitely varies based on the thickness of your actual fabric. So you have to, sometimes I even take the pieces of welt and roll them up in the fabric and then go back and measure to see how wide I need it. But oftentimes I will just use the 2-inch roller or the 2.5, or I will measure it going this way and make them 2.5 inches wide. When you're working with double welt, it just varies a little bit there. So if you have really thin fabric or really thick fabric, it's not always the exact same measurement. And of course I work with leathers as well, so this is it. This is what we do. And I'm not all fancy today. I'm actually just bumming it with a messy bun. And I'm down here working, trying to get this chair out of the way. And I thought, well, why not? You can also have a rotary cutter. If you have a rotary cutter, you have to get used to using them. So, you know, this is what I'm talking about, this excess that really isn't most likely going to be needed on the project. But I got enough on the bias, long pieces, that I'm going to have a real good professional finish for my cording. We were talking about rotary cutters. My bad, guys. So rotary cutters. The rotary cutters will definitely speed up this process. However, you have to have a self-sealing cutting mat for your table that you're using those rotary cutters on. So a rotary cutter has not been one of the things that we have purchased just yet. It's on the list because I like to teach multiple ways to do things. Here we go. We have our 4 pieces of welt for our chair.